In this video, I will be demonstrating the simple wire wrap for mini towers and crystal points. I will be using this mini amethyst tower. For the base wires, I am using round, dead soft 0.8mm wire. Start by measuring 4 inches. In metric, measure 10.5 centimeters. From the mark, measure the height of your stone. From the mark at the top of the stone, measure 6 inches. In metric, measure 15.5 centimeters. Cut another piece of 0.8mm wire to the same length. Place both wires to the back of the stone with the 4-inch section protruding from the bottom point of the stone. Use a small amount of tape around the middle of the stone to hold the wires in position. I am weaving the wires together with 0.2mm wire. You will need approximately 40 to 60 inches depending on the diameter of the stone. Start with the weaving wire between the 2 base wires and wrap once around each wire. This will anchor the weaving wire. I am using a 6-2 weaving pattern. Wrap 6 times around the bottom wire. Wrap twice around both wires. Repeat this pattern. A 1/4 of an inch from the bottom of the stone, bend the wires 90 degrees. In metric, that would be 7mm. Continue weaving the wires while bending them around the stone. When reaching the back of the stone, bend the wires to follow below the bend. When the wires sit below the bend, use the weaving wire to wrap twice around the woven wires and the unwoven wires below. Continue weaving the wires using the same weaving pattern, bending the wires around the stone below the woven wires. When reaching the back of the stone, just before the bend, wrap the weaving wire around the unwoven wires and the woven wires above them. Continue weaving the wires, bending them around the stone below the woven wires. When reaching the back, just before the bend, wrap the weaving wire twice around all layers of wires. Wrap 4 times around the bottom wire and remove the excess weaving wire. Trim the bottom base wire, leaving approximately 1/4 of an inch. Use the tip of round nose pliers to bend the wire into a small loop. Ensure that the cut end is pushed well down and can't be felt. Trim the other wire, leaving approximately 1/2 an inch excess. bend this wire into a small loop. Now to the wires protruding from the top of the stone. This will be the 6-inch segment. Wrap the wires together exactly the same way as the wires at the bottom of the stone. A 1/4 of an inch or 7 mm from the top of the stone, bend the wires 90 degrees. Weave and wrap the wires around the stone 3 times, just like with the bottom of the stone. I am adding another length of 0.2 mm wire to wrap the bail. You will need approximately 15 inches. Where the wires are level with the bend them upwards. Trim the wires to 1 1/4 inches or 3 centimeters. Turn the pendant to the front. Use the tip of round nose pliers to make small loops at the ends of the wires. Wrap the wires together with the weaving wires. Wrap the wires together up to 1/4 of an inch or 7 mm from the end. Where the wires are not wrapped together, bend them forwards at a 90-degree angle. Gently bend the bale forwards until the unwrapped part is flat against the top of the stone. Slightly bend the unwrapped wires apart. I am using the weaving wire to attach the bale to the top layer of woven wires. Wrap the weaving wire around the woven wires and up between the two bale wires. Repeat a few more times. Finish by wrapping the weaving wire a few times around one of the unwrapped bale wires. You can now remove the tape. Thank you for watching. Please join me for my next video.